ladies and gentlemen, welcome back down under the mat. I didn't tell Dan about doing that before we started recording, so he's freaking out. What? This is Mr. Dan Danielson. I'm Roddy Reece. We are here down under the mat to talk about all things professional wrestling. This is Madison Square Garage, and this is the pool table of relevancy. We are going to kick this show off on a bit of a solemn note. As you could have told by my intro, we are going to be mourning some WWE Hall of Famers to kick it off today. Most importantly, the immortal Hulk Hogan has recently passed within the last 48 hours as of recording, and this is one that has absolutely rocked the entire wrestling world.
Mm-hmm.
Very controversial figure, so we're going to talk about Hulk Hogan and not Terry Bollea too much, because of obvious reasons.
Yep.
Hulk Hogan, the character, none of us would be here today enjoying the product that we enjoy from any company without Hulk Hogan and what he did with the WWF in the 80s. Plain and simple.
I think, like you said, he is a controversial figure, but I got some stats and things a little bit to look at.
Oh, he's the stat man.
I mean, look, it's not too
I'm
much,
the stat man.
I mean, you look at what Hogan did throughout his career, and I think everybody has to respect what Hulk Hogan did as a character.
Yes.
And the way that he changed the face of professional wrestling and sports entertainment. I think if you walked down the street any time in the last 25 years and you said, name me a wrestler,
Hulk Hogan.
1 in 5 are going to say Hulk Hogan, right? He was polarizing as a wrestling character, but he was also polarizing as a human later in life, but that's fine. He superseded wrestling. He was Mr. Nanny. He was in Rocky 2. He was in the world of entertainment. He was hosting Saturday Night Live. He was doing all that stuff before a lot of the current day wrestlers were born, let's be fair.
Yes.
But before they had those opportunities. Now when you see Seth Rollins on podcasts and you see Logan Paul and you see all these people do,
It all stemmed from that.
Hogan was the first. He was a 6-time WCW champion. He was a 6-time WWE champion. He won the World Rumble twice. He was an 8-time main eventer of WrestleMania. He was a 2-time Hall of Famer, obviously for himself in 2005 and then for the NWO in 2020. He granted over 200 Make-A-Wishes, not John Cena levels, but still, that's still a lot for a singular person.
Yeah.
He was the leader of the NWO prior to John Cena's current heel turn. It was probably the biggest and greatest heel turn in the history of pro wrestling when he came out as NWO.
Yep.
He obviously later in life, like we said, had a bit more of a history in politics and entertainment, and that was controversial. His last on-screen appearance in WWE was on Netflix, where he got booed out of the building.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
Like you pivot to that reaction that he got on SmackDown with all the tributes today. Like,
yeah.
I didn't hear a single boo at all throughout all the times that they were showing these vignettes throughout.
And I'm really
evening.
glad that's the case.
Yeah.
We'll leave the bad stuff of what Terry has done and said, and people in the comments will obviously go off about the bad side of Hulk Hogan, and that's fine. Like, everyone has their own opinions. No one's perfect.
Yeah.
But I think we just need to look back at the history and respect what he did. WrestleMania, the first couple of WrestleManias, him main eventing. WrestleMania 3, him slamming Andre the Giant.
Iconic.
It is an absolutely iconic moment in the history of the business. If you saw The Rock's Instagram post about him saying, how he was when he was like a 12-year-old talking with Hogan backstage, and the amount of the current crop of wrestlers, everywhere across the world that started pro wrestling because they watched Hulk Hogan in the 80s and the 90s would be a phenomenal amount of people.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's still crazy to look at all the impact that he had on current day children, like 5-6-year-olds. They still love Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. I mean, obviously us being Aussies, we watched football. Last night, they do a thing in rugby league for July. It's called the Try Celebration, so Try July. So when players score a try, they do a celebration.
Someone drop a leg.
No, the Melbourne guys are doing this.
Nice.
The Hulk Hogan thing.
Classy touch.
Yeah, look, it's he has transcended pro wrestling. He was one of the biggest and most influential characters of the last 40 or 50 years. Love him or hate him, you kind of have to respect the career that Hulk Hogan had.
Yeah, absolutely. And pivoting to the other WWE Hall of Famer that passed away this week. Ozzy Osbourne has left us mere weeks after his final ever concert, which is crazy to think about. A whole 10-hour festival was had at the Birmingham Stadium where his beloved soccer team played. Just the fact that they had a gig 2 weeks ago and then he's now just not with us is crazy to think about. I've always loved Ozzy Osbourne. Seeing him come into the WWE and do things with the likes of Triple H, The Miz, Ashley when she was still with us as well. Like, it's crazy to think how much reach he had through the professional wrestling world as well as the rock and roll world as well. So you've seen a ton of superstars come out mentioning, and a lot of rock and roll people as well mentioning they wouldn't be where they were today without the likes of Ozzy Osbourne around to help mold and shape their interests when they were younger. So it's kind of a similar platform to Hulk Hogan, but just different genres in entertainment.
Well, I mean, you look at Aussie, there was, what was it? Meet the Osbournes.
Yeah.
Was a huge reality TV show in the early 2000s that kind of a lot of people got.
Set the pace for reality TV
It
show
did
as
for
well.
MTV, for sure.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, found him a larger-than-life character because he was, with him yelling at Sharon the whole time was hilarious.
And,
but then,
and just like mumbling and rambling on.
yeah, but then Hogan had the same thing, right? What
Hogan Knows Best.
Hogan Knows Best. It was
I even watched that.
the same show.
Yeah.
It's just, let's just pick a very entertaining, larger-than-life character and film them.
Yeah.
And that's what these both were. And that's obviously why they both fit in so well in that world of sports entertainment. So both of them are Hall of Famers because of the crowd and the audience that they can bring to the wrestling product, but then also what they can take the wrestling product to a larger audience as well. And, rest in peace to both Ozzy and Hulk Hogan, because it's a tough week for people to lose, one person, let alone two Hall of Famers that were so influential in our business. Tough times.
And like you look at it with all the music and stuff that was used during the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era as well. A lot of those bands wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath.
Sabbath, for sure.
Crazy. Let's move on to, I'd say something positive, but also it's probably not. Cora Jade, Elena Black, has come out after wrestling a couple of shows these past couple of months after her release from WWE and NXT. She's going to be quitting wrestling for a while, which is fairly interesting because at the moment she's come out and said that she just doesn't have that passion. Something's just not right at the moment, and she's going to be taking some time to step away, get her head straight, work on herself, and then she'll come back at some point if that fire reignites, which is...
And look, that sucks for a lot of the indie promoters and stuff that have booked her for shows for the next few months, banking on getting the brand and the name of Cora Jade and Elena Black coming to your shows. But also, I think it's really, people need to give her respect and her space, that if you're not in the mental space to perform and do what you do in front of people, then don't do it. Like, I know last week on the podcast we made some jokes about John Cena needing a mental health day.
We were joking about it, but we're also deadly serious on mental health.
100% we are. And I know that was kind of the way Cena played it up, was that, I needed a break and stuff. But, these wrestlers go through a lot. And for, us... No, we're nowhere near what the public figure and the public eye of what wrestlers and things are. We do a podcast in front of a few hundred people every week that you guys watch, and thank you very much for doing that. We really appreciate all the likes and subscribes and support that we get from everybody. But it's not the same as someone who goes out and puts on a 15-minute match in front of a crowd of
literally
50
sacrifices their body.
Yeah, exactly. Sacrifice your body in front of 50 people in a high school hall, 5,000 people in a thing, or 70,000 people at WrestleMania, right? Like, it is a big, tough job to entertain other people. And we try and do as much as we can on this podcast to put our opinions out there and to entertain people and make YouTube shorts and TikToks, and that's great. But also, it can be draining. And someone like Elena that is worked out now that, I'm just too drained. I put my body out there on the line. I try and do what I can do. And she still cops shit for it online because, just go do OnlyFans. You got a boob job. You do nothing more than a set of cans. Some of the stuff that has been seen online is atrocious, and the internet can be a cesspit, and we all know that. It's just really unfortunate when that cesspit gets to people, and then when they say, I need a break, I need some time for myself, I need to repair my mental health, and people still double down on it. That's where I have a big problem with this. Like, you should just respect that person and let them have space. And you're going to bring up Chelsea Green as well, right?
And excellent segue because Chelsea Green has just come out after SmackDown with a post on Twitter. So I'll get that up and I'll read her quote. She's coming out on X. She'll be stepping away from social media. Quote is, I've tried to keep my page positive, comedic, but today a lot changed and it hit harder than I expected. The name calling, the death threats, the faceless accounts. Social media was supposed to be a fun place and it hasn't been for a while. It's been overwhelming and I need to step away for a little bit. I don't know how many times we're just going to have to repeat the same thing over and over and over on this podcast when shit like this happens. Like, it's a TV show. Get over it, guys. Yeah. Like, there's no need for this sort of abuse. And I know we've hung shit on people in the past. Like, we've not been overly positive about Hulk Hogan recently. Charlotte as well, which, like, I think both of us have turned a page on her since reading the Players Tribune article. Just learn to differentiate between the character and the individual and the human outside of the business and know when to not post something. I can't tell you how many times, like, on our account or my account, I'm just scrolling social media, seeing stuff. I see a comment that kind of like irks me the wrong way and I type out a big paragraph trashing someone and then I look at it and then I'm just like, why the fuck am I doing this? And then I just delete it and don't do anything.
Yeah.
Take a page out of my book. Just don't do anything, guys.
I'm more than happy to have online discourse with people if you want to have a robust discussion, right?
Yeah.
If your opinions vary to mine, that's fine, right? Not everybody agrees with the same thing. I get it. I might think that Chelsea Green is a fantastic character, but she can't wrestle for shit. And somebody else might think, well, Chelsea can wrestle really well. And we can have a discussion about that online, and that's fine. It's the point when it gets to anonymous accounts, burner accounts where you don't put any information on
pathetic.
There. And you hang shit on people for no reason. You make death threats, and that sort of stuff is too far because that legitimately can scare someone. And that's not what the internet should be. We don't live in America, obviously, so we don't have the Fourth Amendment or whatever it is of the right to free speech, where everyone thinks they can say whatever the hell they want with no consequences.
Yeah,
that's not what. I don't think that's what it's meant to be there for. You're not supposed to be able to say whatever you feel like, and then you feel that you're then justified in having a go at somebody or telling someone that they should just go kill themselves because you don't like their TV character. No, that's not what it is. Be better.
Ridiculous. Yeah,
everybody just needs to be better.
I'm so tired of having these discussions on this podcast. It's ridiculous.
I mean,
it's ridiculous.
It was Dom. It was Roxanne.
Rhea Ripley getting harassed at her house while she's not there. Like, come on, just draw that line. Like, I get that there are these people out there that are larger than life characters who you might look up to and idolize, and like get to a point where it crosses the line between just like really liking someone and then being obsessed with someone. And then when you get in that mind frame, look at all the stuff that happens, like showing up at someone's house with a BB gun. Like, are you kidding me? Like, just know where that line is.
Are you going to go to find like Josh Brolin, right? The actor who played Thanos in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And you're going to go out to find Josh Brolin in his house and tell him that you fucking hate him because he wiped out half the universe? No, you're not, because there was a character on television. Why would you do the same thing to Rhea Ripley? Oh, you're such a bully. You do this. You're Rhea Hogan.
Character.
This is a character. Grow up.
I feel like we can kind of like pivoting a little bit.
Okay, let's pivot away because we're getting frustrated now.
You mentioned Rhea Hogan. I feel like we can kind of pivot that insult into something positive now that Hulk Hogan has passed.
Yeah, how's it going to change?
Yeah. I don't feel like it's going to be as slanderous anymore. Because now you're getting compared to the immortal Hulk Hogan.
Rather than the previous connotations of the old racist Hulk Hogan that it was a week or two ago.
Got to have to think something new, guys.
Another question. I didn't even think about this before. What happens with the thing with Bischoff? Hulk Hogan's wrestling thing?
They've already come out and said they're going to continue on in his honor.
Cool.
So, Real American Freestyle.
Yeah, I knew obviously Real American Beer was the beer that he did on Netflix that no one really liked. But yeah, I wasn't sure what was going to happen.
But Wheatley vodka, on the other hand.
You're a big fan of Wheatley vodka.
That was pretty good.
It's actually quite tasty. It's really nice.
I think the slogan is very valid.
Yeah. So
I reckon I could. I reckon I could drink it neatly.
Yeah, I did barely tasted it.
Yeah,
I do like. I'm sure we'll probably talk about this.
We're becoming a sponsorship podcast.
We'll talk about this later in the podcast. Maybe we'll talk about some other people on podcasts throughout the week. But again, I'm going to plug myself. My Cody John Cena double turn that's going to happen at SummerSlam next weekend.
Mate.
Right,
I got to promote that video.
We got to plug that video one more time. But if you didn't see Cody's What Do You Want to Talk About podcast this week,
What do you want to talk?
the week before he has a match with John Cena at SummerSlam where I'm
Interviewing.
predicting there's going to be a double turn. He interviews John Cena's ex-fiance. That's not the most heel thing to do.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good job, Cody.
Let's talk about some wrestling now, shall we?
Let's get into the wrestling.
Kicking off the week this week, we had TNA Slammiversary.
This was wild.
It was wild. I unfortunately have not watched it, but
I've watched. I will say I've
I've seen some really good spots, and I've seen the results from the majority of the card.
Yes.
I think there's a handful of stuff that we want to talk about while that motorbike fucks off. Let's start with AJ Styles being confirmed for the pay-per-view mere days before it was set to air.
We just put him in the camera.
No.
Just put him in the camera.
No, just put him in front of John Cena while we're talking about it.
Okay, well,
Mr. AJ Styles back
phenomenal
in
one.
TNA, back with his theme music,
such good
which,
music.
to be honest, I never heard prior to that.
That's because you never watched him in actual TV.
No, I never watched like proper TNA back in the day. But like hearing the crowd belt that song out
So
when
fun.
he was making his entrance,
TNA
amazing.
I think is it TNA Invincible 2005 Triple Threat AJ Styles Samoa Joe Christopher Daniels. Go and watch it. Like it is. The amount of times I've seen.
I think we've got some time to kill after this.
We might have time. Even Chris Van Vliet was saying like that's like the match that got him into wrestling. It was those three. Wow. It's such a brilliant match. Like that TNA version of AJ Styles, that X Division AJ was something different.
He did come out just after
Yep, that dude.
Leon Slater.
Yes, correct. He got there.
Yeah, I got there.
Beat Moose.
Defeated Moose, my man Moose, to become the youngest ever TNA champion in history.
He's 20.
I think so.
Yeah. Wild. This was great. Obviously, you could tell Leon Slater didn't know AJ Styles was coming out because he marked out
his
bad.
reaction, like, because they did the whole like big pan out shot when AJ's music hits, and Leon's just like jumping around the ring, just like, holy shit, AJ Styles is here.
I think this was very smart from TNA to advertise AJ.
Yes.
Having him be a surprise pop would have been great, but obviously advertising he was going to be there, but not saying what
Gets
he was.
more eyes on the product.
Correct. More people watched.
And I think they had an attendance of over 7,500, which is TNA's largest US attendance ever.
Yep. Huge.
In 2025.
The rumors, I guess, around backstage was that they were going to try and pitch a AJ and Frankie Kazarian feud leading into Bound for Glory, which, if I'm 90% sure, internet, those in the comments confirm for me, Frankie Kazarian used to be Suicide in TNA as well.
A lot of people used to be Suicide.
Yeah,
but
so
yes, he was one of
in
them.
one period. And AJ and Suicide obviously had massive stuff within TNA, so they've had heaps of feuds.
That'd
Obviously,
be sick.
That will be a really fun
Sign
match.
me up.
But I believe WWE wouldn't 100% confirm that AJ could wrestle. So they couldn't pitch the match straight away. So he came out and did this promo with Leon instead. I think the plan will still be that he'll have one more match.
One last
will
match
be
in
it Bound
TNA.
for Glory would be my guess. But I just think WWE were a bit cautious on pulling the trigger because it's October.
Yes.
It's still like 3 or 4 months away. You want to get AJ through SummerSlam. You want to get him through whatever feud you're doing with Dom.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that he doesn't hurt himself while he's mopping the floors and cleaning things and being a medic and doing everything on TV, which is hilarious. I love that.
Absolutely love it.
It's before you say, yes, TNA, take him and have a match. So a little bit of a shame that he wasn't there to do more substantial stuff on Slammiversary, but just having him there, old music, putting over Leon Slater, huge.
Speaking of Bound for Glory, looks like we may potentially see a tag team matches for the ages.
Wow.
The Hardys were successful in capturing the TNA Tag Team Championships again because they said if they didn't, they were going to retire. Or did they confirm they were going to retire or just think about retiring?
I can't remember what the full stipulation was.
Anyway, they won, and then Bubba Ray Dudley comes out. You and the Dudley boys should run it back one last time.
About where it is. I mean, the chance of where is Devon was quite loud. But he was also on the CBV podcast this week. So
he was.
It looks pretty good. Like, I think last year the Dudleys were at Bound for Glory.
Didn't they do the NXT Philadelphia thing
They
as
did,
well?
yes, they did. And they had something last year.
Devon wasn't looking too flash
he
last
was
year.
not looking great. So I was quite worried. And I mean, Matt and Jeff are in decent nick for 50-year-olds.
Yeah, look, I've shat on them in the past as well with their current stance, but the fact that they keep pulling out new and innovative shit at this point in their careers.
Did you what? You did? Have you seen the highlights from the match?
No.
So there's one part where they have a ladder bridge from the ring to the audience, and he puts two people on the ladders, and Jeff goes and hits a swanton to go through the ladders, like he's done how many different times.
That's what he does.
Bang, hits the swanton. Nothing moves. Ladder does not budge, does not break. No one but beyond, and so he's just like, okay.
Does he do the whole like SmackDown shut your mouth like graphic and just like bang, flips over everything?
Bang lands on them and then nothing moves, and he's like, all right. So then he gets up, goes to the other turnbuckle,
does it again,
bang, does it again, and it kind of like clinks a little bit, and he's like, that's it. I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah, that's rough, dude. That's rough.
And then
Speaking of that
I think
ladder
Matt
match,
or someone then got the ladder and like pushed it further off the ring because I think it was too far across that it was like the fulcrum point was too strong.
Fulcrum. That's a new word for the podcast.
So that's why it wasn't just going straight down.
Yeah, that's fair. Speaking of that ladder match, AJ Francis, dude. What an absolute animal. First off, doing a moonsault off the ladder. I've never seen a man that big do a moonsault off a ladder.
Oh, top
crazy
dollar.
shit.
It was top dollar.
And then the spot, the classic spot that you get when people are on the ladder and then they get pushed outside the ring onto something. They had ladders set up as little bridges on the entrance ramp side of the ring.
Yep.
And I don't know what was going through his head. I think I kind of get that he was trying to like land on his feet and then like,
but not
like
on your feet
fall
through a ladder.
Yeah, he just falls. His legs go straight through two holes in the ladder. And then he just like stacks
How
it.
he didn't fracture his leg or shatter something, I don't...
Crazy, dude. Crazy.
Normally you'd think when you have that ladder spot, the ladder bump that you take is your whole body on the ladder.
Yeah.
You want your whole side and your shoulder and everything to take all the hit. Generally is how people will do it. And he went, no, I'm going feet first. It looks so dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he's okay. But yeah, like that was just an absolute... Because it was the spot from the middle of the ring off a ladder over the top rope onto the ladder on the outside. It could have been
so much worse. Speaking of things that are probably worse for TNA fans, JC Jane, double champ. She has dethroned Masha Slamovich, and she is your NXT and TNA Knockouts Championship. And Trick Williams retained the TNA title once again.
With a very sneaky little roll. Did you see the finish to this match?
No.
So this was a fun triple threat. They played off that Trick got injured. So on the
I did see that.
Outside,
I did see
he
that.
hurt his knee and he couldn't get back up. And Joe Hendry went to put him in the ring and he couldn't move. And it kind of played out like, oh shit, like he's actually hurt. Fuck, what do we do now? And so then Joe and Santana then kind of just had to like put together the last 30 seconds to 2 minutes of the match. And that was all good. And then he hits the mic stand and then Trick just runs in, throws him out, and 1, 2, 3 gets the pin and runs off. Absolute, steal of a win from Trick.
I want to talk about the controversy online following JC Jane's crowning as the Knockouts champion, because a lot of people are being like, this TNA NXT partnership isn't paying off very well for TNA at all. They've just lost both of their main championships.
Be patient.
Yes, be patient, because the amount of week-to-week crossover that we're getting is increasing every week. And the fact that we have two WWE superstars as the TNA champions leads to a very good scenario down the road when a TNA talent finally dethrones them and takes those championships back for TNA. It's all building to an emotion. It's going to build people's support of those TNA characters going for that championship. And then once they get it, pop. Massive pop.
I don't understand how people don't see what they're doing.
It's a business ploy.
Do you know what they're doing? WWE are the heel to the TNA babyface.
Yeah.
So they are the big company that have come in and taken your titles and look at us, blah, blah, blah. All this is doing is putting TNA over.
Yeah.
TNA is going to be bigger and better eventually when, like you said...
They just had their biggest US crowd ever.
And what people are going to get behind TNA more? Who wants to see Joe Hendry or Santana or Masha Slamovich or Indy Hartwell or whoever you're going to pick to win those titles more when the big corporate WWE has been taking everything away from you for so long?
Yeah.
It's a perfect storyline, and you're going to set up it's going to be an invasion. You're going to set up finally a
Oh.
TNA invasion into NXT.
Give me another invasion pay-per-view, please. It was so good.
It's going to happen though. You're going to have, like we said this a while ago when it was the original start of TNA. Was it TNXT?
NXT.
That we wanted to have like a War Games, one versus the other kind of thing. This is how you get there now.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have TNA versus NXT. You have an invasion angle, and you make WWE as the big bad company, the heel in all of this. Everyone cheers and supports TNA. They eventually win. They get all their titles back, and the crowd has shifted from watching NXT to now watching a bit of TNA as well, and TNA wins. This is not WWE taking their titles away. Yeah. This is WWE being the bad guy to make you the better guy when it all finishes. This is really, really smart business.
Yeah, because apparently I think Shawn Michaels directly and maybe some other NXT backstage personnel have been directly involved in booking TNA to make them look better.
Yep, 100%.
And look how it's paying off. Largest US attendance ever. Look, 25 years into their career as a company.
You said last week that like Joe Hendry's kind of plateauing for you at the moment. He's a bit flat, which is fine. Mike Santana.
Mate. The
nothing in AEW. No one cared. No one gave two shits.
And now look at him. The face of TNA.
Masha Slamovich was not doing much.
She was in a tag team with Killer Kelly.
Top Dollar sucked in WWE. Couldn't even jump over the top rope. And now, like, he is one of the most entertaining people.
He was sick,
there.
okay? Leave him alone. Speaking of, like, just while we're quickly on the topic of TNA, Jakara Jackson, I can't remember what her new name is, but she's just recently signed with TNA because she paired with the Inspiration on on TNA this week.
So I did see the post with the Inspiration.
Another person made the jump from NXT to TNA after getting let go.
Because Inspiration were backstage with Indy and Steph DeLander, so all the Aussies were over there. I didn't see it, but the Indy and Tessa Blanchard match, I think Brian Alvarez from the Wrestling Observer gave it 0.5 stars. It was the worst match he's seen all year, you reckon?
I highly doubt that.
Oh, I don't know. It seemed pretty bad.
Alvarez.
A lot of people don't like Tessa Blanchard.
But like mere months ago, I watched Tessa Blanchard and Jordan Grace tear the fucking house down for TNA earlier this year before she made the jump.
For this.
Man, that was such a good match. Such a good match. Pivoting to NXT, Ethan Page comes out, victory celebration for his North American Championship. Unveils a new belt design. It's just the Canadian flag.
It's Canadian, North America.
Because it's the better part of North America. Mm-hmm. He's the champion of 3 continents. Continents?
Countries. No, countries.
Yeah. Continents and individual island. My bad. The way I always remembered it was a continent was like North America
is a continent.
Because it's surrounded by water.
That's not how it works.
Yeah, that's the way I always thought about it when I was growing up. Okay. I still don't know geography that well.
North America is a continent. South America is a continent. Australia is a continent. Asia, Europe, Africa, Antarctica, and
anyway, back to wrestling.
Yep, sorry.
Ethan Page, while trying to sing the Canadian national anthem, gets interrupted by fellow Canadian Santino Marella, who refers to him as Ethan Page. You have a big mouth, Ethan Page.
Ethan Page. So I love Santino, man. He's like,
you just can't. You can't.
When
not
we talk
like
about
that.
like characters in wrestling and how there's not a lot of characters these days, R-Truth as the comedic side of R-Truth with some of the dumb stuff that he was doing with the Judgment, perfect TV.
Yeah.
Santino,
I'm driving
TV.
now.
Baptista. John Cena, Ethan Page.
Classic. Just love it.
I don't really care for him having a match, but although he was the one that nearly killed Mr. Iguana a couple of weeks ago. So
we don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that.
One more thing before we start touching on the shows. Bianca Belair on her road to recovery from her broken finger. She has recently come out with some not so great details about the recovery process. So I've got a quote here. She recently had an interview with CBS Sports. And this quote that I have, she has said, "It healed, but it won't bend. You can't wrestle with a straight finger because it'll break again. I can't even sew right now. I can't even make gear." And she's also come out on other interviews this week stating that if she can't rehab this finger back to health, it's going to have to require surgery, which means she's going off TV for even longer.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know about this. Obviously, you brought it to me when you came over this morning. It's To me, seems weird that it's gotten worse considering they put her out there as the special referee for Naomi and Jade. I was like,
that's what made it worse.
This means Bianca is
Was she counting
close.
with that hand?
No, it's a left.
Okay.
I'm sure. And you did point out when she was reffing that she had still the fingers wrapped. So,
Yeah.
obviously, there's still something wrong with it. But yeah, I thought, oh, well, this means that you're putting her back in the storyline in some direction. She's back on TV. She's close. This quote then tells me that maybe she's not as close as we thought she was.
Not looking good. It's very unfortunate because I feel like TV kind of misses Bianca Belair at the moment.
I think the women's roster on SmackDown does. I think that, especially with Alexa and Charlotte.
Now,
in
pivoting
the
to the tag team
teams.
division, like it leaves that main event scene for Tiffy and Jade wide open, dude. Wide open.
Yeah, and I'm not overly invested in it, to be honest.
Yeah. We'll start touching on the
was-
TV shows now, and like their segment from SmackDown this week. Jade had a backstage interview with Kathy Kelly. She finished. Chelsea Green came in, started slandering Jade. Jade appeared behind her, attacked her, brought her out to the ring. The fireman carried her part of the way, grabbed a ref when they were in Gorilla, shoved him
That
out.
should have gone all the way to the ring. She should have carried Chelsea the whole way.
Absolutely. She just carried her all the way to the ring. They have a quick match. Jade wins, of course, with the Jaded Secret Herpes attack, and then Tiffy makes a save, which...
Weird.
Yeah, I kind of get it, because it's like, though she didn't say it, she wants Jade to be 100%, so she has the best opponent for SummerSlam.
Yeah, but also Wade said the same thing. He's like, that's your opponent. Wouldn't you want your opponent to get beat down a week before you have to face them? Why would you stop that?
It's... and this is the problem with WWE at the moment, because they have no face champions. Where did you hear the pop when Tiffy came out?
Look, Tiffy is a face.
She's tweener
but
at the moment.
She's a bit tweener. I wouldn't go out and say that she's an out-and-out baby face. And her character is too, I don't want to say up herself, but too confident, I think, to be a pure baby face.
Yeah.
She
Because it kind of
heel
irks you the
tendencies.
wrong way when people are that confident and smug.
And also just the way she talks is very proper, like not proper.
I do
but-
love the direct quote from Sabrina Carpenter by Chelsea Green, though, from her new song.
Correct.
Hilarious.
But, I just think that the character of Tiffy is that very iconic American
Ditzy.
cheerleader, mean girl, and she hits it perfectly. And we all cheer her because she hits nice moonsaults, and she isn't the bad guy when she's facing Nia. And
I thought you better say she isn't the worst looking.
I wasn't. I mean, we all know that. Like, she's fine to look at, but I just it's you don't want to boo her because she's a bad person, but you don't necessarily want to cheer her because some of her traits don't make her likable. So that's why she fits that tweener really well.
Yeah.
Which is why I just found it weird that she'd come out and help Jade. I wouldn't have done that if I was Tiffy.
No. Just let her get beat down. Because you're going to have to play the heel in that match anyway.
Against Jade.
Yeah, absolutely. Like what she did with Trish.
Yes, correct. Absolutely. And absolutely right. I think Jade is the better option to play the heel, but I don't think they're ready to do that.
No, I think she's too popular at the moment.
She's too popular. She hasn't had her championship run yet. People want to see her win and do something. Once she gets it, Jade's the dominant one that then turns on Bianca, destroys her with Jaded's, and then you can't touch her because she's too big and strong. That's the heel that we want for SmackDown. We're not there yet. Give it time.
No. Speaking of heels, Roxanne had a match against Alexa Bliss. Roxanne got Def Rebel, unfortunately.
Oh, did she what?
Why does everyone that joins Judgment Day get Def Rebel? Why can't they just keep their music? Why do you have to change it and try and make it more sinister?
Make it sound like Judgment Day.
Stupid. That match was fairly quick. Roxanne wins with a roll-up with leverage on the ropes over Alexa after getting distracted by Charlotte and Raquel beefing outside the ring.
Because Alexa was going to hit the Twisted Bliss, decided to go out on the outside instead, and then she busted her nose in the ring.
Yeah. And then they did the backstage interview where she's covered in blood.
I really like that. I think it was a really nice touch.
I really liking the dynamic that her and Charlotte have at the moment.
Pom-poms though?
Yeah, I think it just stems from the other week where Charlotte asked Alexa to just be her cheerleader.
Oh, 100%.
Because we're not friends.
We're not friends.
We're not
Just be
friends.
my cheerleader.
Maybe if they win the titles at SummerSlam, after that they'll talk about
No,
it.
they better not.
I don't hate Charlotte at the moment. This is enjoyable TV.
I really like the pairing. I do. And I can't remember where I saw it, but I read somewhere during the week that this is the similar situation to RK Bro from a few years ago.
Okay, that makes sense.
They had them put together as a short-term tag team to do a quick angle, and then they were going to break up and feud. So the plan was going to be Charlotte versus Alexa either at SummerSlam or shortly after. But it seems like the crowd is enjoying it too much. Case in point, exactly what we're saying. And we're all starting to like Charlotte because of it. That they're like, well, maybe stick together.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll.
But she was getting "We Want Charlotte" chants at Evolution.
Yeah.
Like, when do we ever do "We Want Charlotte" chants?
So I think that maybe you get 6 months out of this. I think you still split them up. I think you still do a Charlotte.
At least
Alexa.
like in the lead up to, I reckon, the Royal Rumble, they can tease tension, eliminate each other, and then after that you can have the split.
Yeah, that works.
Maybe that can lead to a WrestleMania match.
Is that not exactly what we thought was going to happen with Charlotte? With Jade and Bianca last year. Pretty much the same story.
Oh, mate, all stories are just rinse and repeat in professional wrestling. Let's keep on SmackDown because why not?
Well, we're there.
We'll do things out of order on this podcast. Kicking off the show after the Hulk Hogan Memorial, I might add, 10-bell salute. Logan Paul comes out, and in his excellent heel work, oh, what's with the sudden change? Weren't you just chanting "Thank you, Logan" before? Thank you, Hogan, Logan.
It's close.
Get it? It's good. And then, just, I don't know if the promos just like aren't it or whether I was just like tired earlier today, but this segment did not hit home for me.
No, I liked it. I liked it purely from, I think, a lot of the other things I've been watching throughout the week. So I haven't seen all of the stuff, but Stephanie's podcast or whatever that Stephanie
With Jelly Roll?
With Jelly Roll.
Okay.
One of the stories about how he pretty much said to Triple H, was it the Netflix debut when he first showed up or something? And he was when he chokeslammed Austin Theory.
That was at WrestleMania last year.
Okay, so when that happened, he went backstage to Triple H. He tells the story.
SummerSlam last year.
He went back to Triple H straight afterwards. He's like, brother, I need to get back out there. I need to do something. And Triple H was like, cool, man, no worries. He's like, no, seriously. Like, everybody listen. He doesn't realize that they're still producing a wrestling show that's happening right now. And Jelly Roll's like, everybody look at me. This is really important. And he's like, now that I've seen what I've did, I'm an idiot and I shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
But he essentially said to Triple H, if I drop 100 pounds, can I go out there? Can I do it properly?
He's dropped, what, 150?
Yep. And so Triple
He's been training with like Kevin Owens and other big men.
Triple H is like, sure. Like if you pull your end of it, we'll do our end of it. Let's work together. He's dropped some of the weight. That's when he came back earlier in the year. And he was like 75 pounds down. And they were like, yeah, look, keep going. And then now he's like determined. And like you said, he's at the Performance Center. He's with KO. So working with Fatu. He said...
He's hitting a moonsault at SummerSlam.
No. He said to Stephanie...
No. He's just playing it down so he gets surprised by it.
Because I want to keep doing it so that the next time I'm in the ring, because I'm going to do this again, I'm coming off the top rope.
No.
So maybe he won't do it this time.
Ruined it. But his Big Boss Man slam.
It was good.
Was pretty impressive. I'll give him that.
And I'll also, this is probably the other part of the news that we didn't talk about, which is, again, me watching too many podcasts this week because I was...
way too much.
I was multitasking a lot for work. Shut up. Drew McIntyre was on Impulsive.
Yeah, I've seen a fair few clips. Well, the main clip that I've seen is Drew hanging shit on Travis Scott.
Oh, and he does not miss. He really hates Travis Scott. But this, to me, this was a really fun interview because Drew McIntyre was in character, but also not in character. He is very, very good at towing the line between giving you what you want to hear as a character, but then also being Drew. Yeah. And he even says he says it a lot on the podcast with Logan, is that, I mean, he wants to talk with Logan to work out how to increase his brand. Because I can't be a wrestler my whole life. I need to have the Drew McIntyre brand. And they make a lot of talks about the bored at work lol and how that came about, which is incredibly fun story.
Still need to get one of those shirts so I can wear it to actual real life work.
You really should. That'd be so much fun. But then like Drew just talks about how like a lot of wrestlers don't take the time to build their brands and do that on social media and things like that. And that's something that him and Logan do really well. And I know a couple of weeks ago when this first happened, I was like, why the fuck would Logan help out Drew help out Logan Paul? This is just weird.
Makes sense now.
Seeing the two of them just chat together, you're like, no, like they do have a lot of similar points. And it is some of it hypocrisy in terms of Logan being like, oh, we don't want outsiders in our business. We get it. And Drew with a lot of the stuff. But like the thing that Drew says is every time, fact check me, anytime I call out Seth or Punk or whoever else, I'm right. He might not go about it the right way, and he might be heelish in it.
But he's right.
But he is right, and he is factual. And I think that Logan, although he's being very hypocritical with the jelly roll stuff, he is still kind of factual.
Yeah.
The locker room don't want outsiders coming in. You have to earn your place. And although Logan, I think
he's easily earned his place by now.
Yes, agree.
But to those like really devoted wrestling fans that still don't like Logan Paul, that's who he's calling out with these sorts of statements.
I'm keen to watch this.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a great match. But yeah, I was just feeling off earlier today.
Maybe.
The next segment that I've got written down, Cody Rhodes. I tuned out, did not pay much attention at all.
I don't remember what he said at all.
Something about wanting the old John Cena, wanting the hustle, the loyalty, the respect to show up. I don't know. I didn't.
Just hurry up with a double turn. Just turn heel.
I want to see something different from Cody.
Yep.
Last week was a good inkling that he has the ability to pivot his character and do something not quite babyface and hero like. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting with bated breath. He attacked a man from behind, forged someone's signature, a federal offense in the United States, live on television. There were police backstage and they did nothing.
Those police were still terrible.
So bad. Miz and Fatu had a little nice backstage segment.
I like the Cleveland, and obviously the show's in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Miz got a pop.
Miz's hometown. Yeah.
Also, Johnny Gargano's hometown, but he got nothing there.
Mate, big balls on the Miz slapping Jacob Fatu like
Such a good slap too.
But I have a critique for this because I feel like after that, the match went on way too long. Fatu should have just absolutely demolished Miz.
Yeah, probably.
I completely missed it watching it live, but the segment where Miz got Jacob Fatu on the outside, then walked out after Solo and MFT came out.
Yeah.
And he did the Miz did the Jacob dance. Yeah. Hilarious. Absolutely love it. Jacob ends up winning with a pop-up Samoan, which was interesting because you got your moonsault there. He gets attacked by Solo and the MFT, and then Jimmy Uso comes out with a chair, and then he gets beaten down. And then everyone got beaten down. And Solo and MFT were standing on top. So
cool. It's going to be a cage match. No one's going to get involved in a cage match.
It was confirmed, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's confirmed.
Man, we got some good shit going.
SummerSlam will be fun.
Speaking of last thing from SmackDown that got confirmed, literally the
God.
ending of SmackDown.
Thank you, Nick Aldis.
A 6-way TLC match confirmed for the SummerSlam card.
We called this
God.
on our SummerSlam predictions. This is what we said was going to happen.
You said.
Well, I said.
You said.
And I stand by it.
Oh, I said as I was watching SmackDown, too bad none of the tag titles are on SummerSlam card.
And I was like, there's still time. Because
go.
obviously they announced this morning or last night that there was 6 matches for Saturday, 5 for Sunday.
And you said, there's still room for a 6th match. Boom, there we go.
There we go.
TLC. Lock it in, Eddie. Oh, I can't wait for this.
This could be a fun match.
I was starting to think during the tag title match between Rey Fenix, Andrade, and the Wyatt Six, I was like, because I was kind of scrolling my phone as well. I was like, there's only 5 minutes left. This is going to be a dodgy finish somehow. The tag team is going to come out. The match will get called
100%.
off, blah, blah, blah. Did not expect Nikki Cross to pull the ref out of the ring.
Yeah.
And then the fact that she just called for the bell straight away, I was like, fucking cop out. And then all the tag teams started coming out. And then Street Profits cleared up everybody with their big high spots.
Montez over
his turbo. Love that spot. Nick Aldis comes out after being ushered down by DIY, who got taken out very swiftly. Then, I'm sick of it. You guys keep fighting. We're going to hang those belts high above the ring. TLC.
I don't know who wins.
You said it perfectly. Put that on, open the show on the Sunday night, and just absolutely blow the house down. Another 5-star TLC incoming, people.
I think the Wyatts have to win again. I don't think they can have. I don't care about the Wyatts. I absolutely don't care about.
Bray's dead.
I don't care about Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy. I don't think they're that good.
And this is the problem that we've always said. Like even with Bray Wyatt, when they started doing this Uncle Howdy thing before Bray's passing, and then when the Wyatt Six started doing the teasers and all that sort of stuff, the build-up is great. The storylines, once they debut, tend to fall flat, and then they're just more superstars on the card.
The problem with them is
they lose their aura after that build-up.
The bell rings, no one cares.
Yeah.
Like you can have the Wyatt Sixes, his cool aura, and the
I don't
entrance
care.
is sick, and all of the Fireflies is great, and Howdy sitting in his rocking chair. It all looks superb. But then the bell rings and Joe Gacy has to hit a suplex, and you just don't give a shit about him.
I don't care what anyone said. We took the Fiend and those red light matches for granted. I don't care. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it.
What about the pitch
It's the
black
aura.
match against LA Knight?
That was also fine, you know?
Was it?
Well, I mean, I wasn't watching wrestling full time at that time.
That was only like 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know.
It was not great.
Remember, I came to your place for WrestleMania Night 1 for WrestleMania 39.
Yeah.
We watched Teddy before we started the podcast. And then I stayed and I worked from home the next day so I could watch Night 2 of WrestleMania. And then,
Sounds like what we're going to do for SummerSlam.
except I've taken the Monday off.
So have I.
Okay, good. But knowing you still do work shit anyway. While we're on tag teams, let's talk about Monday Night Raw situation. I feel like they directly watched this podcast last week and us shitting on the tag team division, and they came out and put on a damn show.
They did. LWO.
Yeah, LWO, number one contenders, the tag team that we shit on the most.
We do.
Don't care. I still don't care, bro.
I think they're the best pick because the Judgment Day can't.
They haven't been doing anything.
But the Judgment Day can't drop the titles.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's like it'll be a good match.
It'll be a fun match. It'll be a great
Judgment
match.
Day will retain.
Absolutely.
Boom. There we go.
But then all you're doing is you're putting over the Judgment Day more. Because you're making Finn and JD look better because you're going to have the LWO bump to the fucking moon for these two guys. And they're going to look... And Finn and JD are good wrestlers.
Yeah.
People kind of got sick of their characters as the Judgment Day for a while with Damian Priest and things. But I actually quite thought that when they had their tag team run this time last year and they were beating everybody, I never had a problem with them tagging. I thought they were actually a good tag team.
Yeah.
It's just that it was a bit boring. This match was really fun. It was really good. And I think the LWO will bring the best out of the Judgment Day whenever they have this match. I assume on... Is it Raw this week?
Yeah, I'd say it's Raw this week. They're not getting on that SummerSlam card.
No.
Maybe we'll be the one after. Who knows? Kicking off Monday Night Raw, we had CM Punk come out, cut a promo about egos. Gunther comes out, also talks about egos. I remember half the promo because at the moment, I feel like it'll be a better match than the lead up because all Gunther said, like especially to go off, is like, once I'm done with you, at least you'll still have everyone cheering because you won't have anything else. Mm-hmm. CM Punk's winning. CM Punk's winning. And then Seth Rollins is going to cash in.
I still stand
It's
by
all the work, brother.
I
It's
stand
all
by
the
the work and it's Seth cashing in. Like this, that would just be... Oh, that would be such an iconic
I think people are going to expect it now.
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't know.
think us wrestling marks that overthink and overbook everything
Oh, absolutely.
can see this coming. I would say 90% of your wrestling audience.
You know what our problem now is going to be for that match?
Yeah.
Is because we're going to want or expect Seth to come
They're
out,
gonna
and then he
think it's bad.
won't, and then the match is going to be disappointing because of that.
Absolutely.
Unless CM Punk just flat out wins the world title and goes on his
booked ourselves
business.
into a corner for sure.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's not going to be good. Not going to be good at all. Speaking of really good things, Sheamus versus Rusev Part 2, Electric Boogaloo happened on
Yeah,
Monday
that's
Night
fine.
Raw. No, it's another absolute banger match.
Oh, big meaty man's like man meat. But like,
Sheamus used the shillelagh to seal a victory after Rusev
tried to
used
use it.
questionable tactics to win the previous week. So
So they won
I
a
see
piece.
this. Yeah, one apiece.
Best of 7 tag single
Oh,
series.
don't do
and
best seven.
then they become a tag team and then they win the titles.
Oh, they're absolutely going to do that, aren't they? Reunite the League of Nations. Put Grayson Waller in there because he's not doing it. I don't want him to be valet for New
Can
Day.
we talk about how A-Town Down Under was going to be split up for 2 years on television? They kept teasing it and teasing
And
it
then
and
just
teasing it
like
and teasing
nothing
it.
happened.
And now it's just like, oh, yeah, he's injured. We're done now.
What do you mean he's
gone?
What do you mean? Austin Theory's been on main event.
Did you not hear Grayson?
No, I didn't pay attention.
Grayson, when he had the thing with the New Day,
With the
said-
wig.
yeah, and he said to them,
Will you wear wigs?
he said that Austin Theory is now injured. I don't need him anymore. A-Town Down Under is gone.
No.
They're done. They're finished.
Rude.
There was
So
no
now he's carrying around wigs on a plate, a silver plate for the New Day.
correct.
Wow, what an upgrade. At least he's getting TV time. He's getting TV time.
You're right, but
Speaking of someone maximizing their TV time, AJ Styles. I know we've kind of already touched on it,
Yeah.
but the Intercontinental Championship match has been confirmed for SummerSlam against Dominic Mysterio after AJ was a janitor
Valet.
a valet, medical.
Yep.
I think that was it. It was just a 3 on Raw this week, wasn't it?
Yeah, because he started the night as valet and throwing away Dom's keys. And then he was mopping behind Dom and freaked him out. And then when Raquel kicked Dom in the head in the women's match.
It was just like they held that camera angle on Dom, and I was like, it's very odd for them to hold this camera angle for someone who got hurt in a match.
Yeah.
And then she looks up, and then I was like, and then it was just AJ Styles. It's so good.
This is very, very fun. I enjoy it.
We mentioned that match. Lyra and Raquel retained. Oh, wait, what? Let me.
Roxanne and Raquel retained over Liv and
Lyra.
Bailey and Lyra. Because why they got a tag team title shot, I have no idea.
Why did I write Lyra and Raquel?
You've got no idea.
Lyra was in the match against Raquel and Roxanne, wasn't she? Yeah.
It was Lyra
Stupid
and
Bailey getting tag title
Don't
shot.
blame Bailey for this.
Fuck Bailey. She's just as bad as Mercedes.
Bailey and Lyra were supposed to have the match at WrestleMania until bloody your mate.
They had a number 1 contenders match and they hated each other last week, Dan.
But your mate Becky Lynch took Bailey out of her title shot at WrestleMania.
Dumb. Terrible booking.
And it was also
Sort
the
your shit
building
out.
that Bailey had
AEW
her
would
first
never.
ever tag team title win with Sasha Banks.
Lame. Terrible.
Yeah, like I didn't enjoy the match either. It's fine.
No. I was actually worried for a second that Lyra and Bailey would win.
No.
I was worried.
We're not doing this.
Becky came in and interfered and cost Lyra the victory, so thank God. Karrion Kross beat Sami Zayn. Holy shit.
Rematch at SummerSlam, I don't care. Move on.
When was that confirmed?
It's on the card. They
Yeah, I know, but like
they had the little match graphics of them in front of the stadium, which looks terrible. WWE production, do better than that, please.
Yeah, I don't like those
shit.
I don't like those graphics. They're not great. Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah, this is fun.
Mate, I got pumped for this. Great match. Unfortunately, got interrupted by the Secret Herbis.
Dude, the second this match was booked and they were like backstage and like, we have a match, it's tonight, you and me. And I was like, there's a dirty finish. There's no way you're giving us...
Because that's what happened last time too.
Io and Stephanie on a Raw.
Just for fun.
Unannounced.
Just for fun.
With a clear winner. No chance.
No.
Absolutely no chance that happens. So who's going to do it? And it was the Secret
Herbis, and then Naomi came out and attacked Io, and then Rhea made the save.
Yep.
And I'm sitting there, and like, as I usually do, there was a women's segment, and I was like, there was a pause, and people were getting beat down, and I was like, this is my brutality. And then seconds later, her music hits.
It was,
and then like, you listen to the pop every time. Every time. Shut up with your Rhea Hogan shit. If you stopped reacting for her so well, she wouldn't get all those accolades, the title shot after title shot after title shot.
I think it'll be
the fans have the power in their hand.
I think it'll be a really fun match at SummerSlam. I think Naomi will win. They set that up with Naomi and Stephanie at the start of the show when Naomi's saying, I'll see you at Clash in Paris, and then laughing at her and stuff. I think that's your match, which is good.
Oh, no.
I
Should they give the title to Stephanie this week?
No, I think Naomi has this for a little while. Not like ages, maybe towards the end of the year. I think she might drop it. I really think Rhea probably wins it in Perth. That would be my assumption.
Surely.
Is that Rhea wins the title from Naomi in Perth, which is in October.
No, you forget that.
What am I forgetting?
Crown Jewel. Champion versus champion for the Crown Jewel Championship.
Oh.
So she has to win it before.
She has to win
But I predicted this as soon as they announced the show. Rhea will have the title by Perth, and then she'll be in the match and she'll get that Crown Jewel Championship.
Or do they book Rhea versus Io for the number 1 contendership in Perth, where we all think Rhea's going to win because it's her hometown, and she actually lets Io go over again?
That'd be wild, dude. That would be wild.
Who knows? Who knows what they can do?
But the hometown heroes don't always win these days. You know that.
Uh-huh. And I think
she won Elimination Chamber because that was like the first pay-per-view.
There was also
in
a match
Australia.
with Nia.
Yeah, well, Nia's also Australian.
Yeah, I know.
That was a win-win situation for Australians.
It was, but it was really only a 1-win situation for us.
Yeah.
It was Rhea.
Realistically. Roman Reigns, to cap off the show, comes out and interrupts Paul Heyman and B&B security.
He just calls him a dumbass.
Oh, wow.
Is this
real original Roman?
This is the
you
most...
and your bloody original T-shirt company #1 shirt.
Yeah, the OTC one's dumb.
original T-shirt.
This is the most genuine babyface Roman Reigns has been in a long time.
Getting pops for calling someone a dumbass? That's so
But
childish.
But that's the thing. He's being straight babyface. He was calling him a dumbass. He was saying the only reason that I'm still the tribal chief is because these people all acknowledge me. Like, that is the most white babyface Roman has been in
white
years.
meat babyface. The fact that Paul was trying to like snivel his way up Roman's ass again.
Oh, we need a new leadership figure.
Come back.
Yeah.
Come on. You were there standing there holding Seth's briefcase. Come on. Use your brain. You're smarter than that, Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. The beatdown happens. And of course, we get the Yeet Man himself, Jey Uso, come out to make the save. And then the social media posts go back and forth between Roman and Jey. And the match is confirmed for SummerSlam. Roman and Jey versus B&B Security.
Good, because people were saying, oh no, the match needs to be Braun versus Roman. Not yet. It does not need to be that match yet. That is a WrestleMania match.
I want B&B Security to win, but I don't think they will. I feel like they need the win. It's Roman and Jey, dude. Unless this new person that everyone theorizes about, whether it's Ricky or Ethan, which I think is going to be either of them at this page.
No.
At this page.
Okay.
Unless we get another mystery person, join them and help them seal the victory, I think Roman and Jey have this one.
I think Roman wins, right? I don't think you can put Roman to not win the match, but I then don't mind if something happens afterwards and he cops a couple of tsunamis.
Yeah. Something's going to be done with LA Knight.
Well, he's not on SummerSlam right now.
Well, that was the thing, because apparently Seth was meant to win at Saturday Night's main event, and then they were going to run it back at SummerSlam.
Yep.
And that was going to be on the SummerSlam card. And now LA Knight's just up in the air, not doing anything, which is really unfortunate, because we don't get to, every
But
week.
this also puts the spanner in the works of what do you do if Seth does cash in, because the Roman match is announced for night 2. Am I right?
I think it's on 9-1.
I thought it was night 2.
Yeah, get the match graphic up. Look, this is all we've got to talk about for the show, so we'll go through the card for SummerSlam night 1 and night 2 and pop our little predictions in here if we've got enough time.
Well, we've only got a couple of minutes, but Saturday, no, it's on Saturday.
Okay.
So it's Raquel and Roxanne versus Alexa and Charlotte.
Yep.
I say Judgment Day retain.
Yeah, I think they need to.
Gunther and Punk, I assume should headline that. Especially if we're going to have
Putting
the
it
cash
over
in.
Roman,
But if we're going to have the cash in,
it's a big ask, man.
if you're going to have the
I
option,
get that.
if you have the option of the cash in, it has to go last.
Yeah, but also it's Roman and it's Jey eating, so I would not be surprised if that tag match goes last over it. I think it's between those two matches for main event easily.
Randy and Jelly Roll against Drew and Logan.
I think that'll be a good middle of the card sort of thing.
Tiffy and
But-
Jade.
Yeah, Jade's winning. I think.
Sammy and Carrion.
Yeah,
So I think Jelly Roll wins.
yeah.
Punk hopefully wins. I think Roman wins. I think Tiffany retains, and I think
Do you
Sammy.
think- You going with Tiffy retaining?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, change your mind, have you?
Yeah, I was more about the Jade winning to be cashed in on.
Yeah.
And continue a story with.
No, I reckon they might just run with it. I reckon they still might. I'm still going to stick with Jade.
Of all those matches, I don't mind the idea that Roman Reigns and Jey Uso open SummerSlam.
A good way to kick it off. To be fair, out of all those matches, that's probably the best one to open the show.
I think so.
But
And then
you could also put the World Heavyweight Championship in that picture and no one would care.
you can't have. Nah. I don't
Mate,
think so.
Punk opened the show at All In against Samoa Joe with the real AEW World Championship.
And then Sunday, it's Dom against AJ. Dom retains. I think
Yeah.
Solo and Jacob. I still think Solo keeps it.
Yeah, give Solo a decent run.
Becky and Lyra.
Passing of the torch, Lyra wins.
Yeah, probably. Naomi versus Io versus Rhea.
Naomi
I
retains.
still have Naomi retaining. And Cena and Cody. And
The double turn.
The six pack.
Yeah, the TLC match will be on night 2.
Looking at
TLC match opens.
looking at those lists, man, like the Saturday is way better than the
Oh,
Sunday.
dude, it's stacked. It's stacked, bro. Stacked. Amazing. All right, we're going to wrap it up there. Unless you've got anything else you want to talk about?
No, I do not.
Awesome.
Big week in wrestling. Obviously,
Sorry we didn't touch on anything AEW. We didn't watch this week. And to be honest,
there's a bit
nothing of major interest happened
too
to
much
me.
else to talk about. Let's be fair.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
We've got some local wrestling.
But we know
to go
you
to.
don't really care about our AEW content anyway. The stats don't lie. The numbers don't lie.
He's not wrong.
For Samoa Joe at SummerSlam. Or whatever Steiner Math
So
was.
it was Sacrifice
Sacrifice.
a long time ago.
Thank you for
How
tuning
dare
in.
you misquote Steiner Math?
This has been Mr. Dan Danielson. I've been Roddy Reese. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. Like and subscribe on the YouTube. We will see you next time down under the mats. Too sweet. Oh, I get too. Nice. Fucked up to that ending.